Now, tell us, how long have you been having lessons with LVBA?
I have been studying with LVBA for a year now.
Yeah, fantastic. And do you want to tell us about the progress that you've made during this time?
Confidence is like the main thing. I'm definitely way better at being able to just pick up music and knowing where to go from there, as well as like range increase, as well as control over my voice. It's definitely all improved.
What are you most surprised about in your progress? So was there a time that you started to do something and went, oh wow, I didn't know I could do that?
Definitely with like the range increase, I was like, oh, this doesn't actually sound awful anymore. And I had recordings since before I started with LVBA, and looking at them now, I'm wondering how I thought I was any decent back then.
Comparing the two is
Yeah.
so interesting, isn't it? And what have you learned or discovered about yourself during this whole process?
You don't need to put up like a facade to make people think that you're going to be good. There's really no point to it because your skill will speak for itself.
How would you describe Loic as a mentor?
Loic is a harsh but fair mentor. He won't take any slack, and he will really, really push you in order to make you better than what you think you can be.
What would you tell somebody who would like to have lessons or training with LVBA?
Don't start with one foot out the door. It requires commitment and passion in order to really progress yourself and work with LVBA. But if you're really willing to take the next step, I'd recommend it.
Is there anything you would warn them about?
Loic will know when you're lying, and don't try it.
What can you say about the method that Loic uses?
Pretty intense. He's got his own syllabus, and it starts out pretty basic, but within a couple lessons you're moving on to some pretty advanced work, and that can be some pretty brain melting stuff.
Loic has a reputation of being quite straightforward and not sugarcoating anything when it comes to feedback. Can you tell us anything about that?
He's harsh, but he's only harsh because he cares so much. I haven't really found someone who cares just as much about their students as Loic does. He doesn't coddle you, but he will push you to be your best, and that's something really respectable in a teacher.
Has your self-confidence improved as well?
So much. Yeah, I used to be very afraid of like putting myself out there, but now I've got a lot more confidence when I'm actually singing in front of new people, which is cool.
And have you had any other opportunities of work since you've started? Any exciting or better auditions?
I'm off on the first leg of a tour in a professional show next year, which is really, really cool. It's my first professional show, and I definitely would have been up to the standard of it if I hadn't been under such intense training for the past year.